Hello, noobs. How you doing? This is Draccul again. Thought I'd go ahead and do a guide for free-to-play beginning players. Um, now, just to let you know, if you're like me and you didn't watch YouTube videos before you started playing this game, and you just started playing the game, and that's what I did. And what I did on this account, now granted, this account, just to let you go back, this account is 447 days old. Okay, so this is my original farm account to my main account, which is Chewbacca. This is the guy, but I use him as an alt account. So I fight, I do the best I can with what I have. All right, because I'm free to play. So let's go back to the civilizations. With this account, I had started with Japan, right? Because I figured I needed the resources, and it increases your troop attack by 3%. Your scout march speed is 30%, because when you're in a new kingdom, you got the fog to deal with, so that comes in handy. And then your gathering speed is by 5. Now, and only another reason why I did Japan is because I just love the Japanese culture, the samurais, just everything about Japan I like. So that's basically the reason why I chose Japan. It wasn't because I knew what to do. Now, like I said, if you are new to the game and you watched a few videos before you actually started playing, which is great, I recommend that you do that. And you get to choose. Use Spain, increase cavalry by 5%, barbarian and other neutrals units by 10%, resource production by 20%, which is pretty good. I probably would have done that, but I think most people. Hang on, where's he at? Korea, France, Britain, China. Now, this is the guy I probably should have started with, because Sun Tzu, he's a badass. His value throughout the whole game, from if you're starting with him, you're in the mid game, you're doing KVK 2, KVK 3, still good. You're doing KVK 4, 5, or 6, you're still using this guy. And in the China, that's pretty good. You increase your troop defense by 3%, action recovery is 5%, and building speed is 5%, which is great, because as a beginner, you got all these buildings to build, and that helps a lot. But after I did Japan, and I saw a few Chisco videos about this and that and the other. And I do recommend. He's a good content creator. Has tons of stuff, information. So I still watch him, and I think he's doing a live feed right now. And Dracultian Gamer has good trees. So does Chisco. So I watch them both. But anyways, like I was saying, if I had seen some of his videos, I probably wouldn't have gone with Japan. I more than likely would have gone with Germany for the troop training and the action point recovery. You're increasing your cavalry troops by 5%, troop training by 5%, and action point recovery by 10%. And to tell you the truth, it doesn't really matter what you start with, but go back to, because eventually in the beginning you're gonna get one of these, and I'll show you. Let me go to my items. You're gonna get. Where's he at? One of these. Civilization exchange. Now you can buy these. Let's go to my store, or to the. Here we go. You can buy these. Let's go to other, and they're quite expensive. 10,000 gems, or you can go to the shop if you're in a good alliance. You can go to the shop, and let's see, did they have it in here? Yep. Or it's going to cost you 650,000 alliance credits. And see, I can get one. I have these are the alliance credits I have. I have 1 million, so I can go ahead and buy one if I want to exchange mine. And I might do that. Now, according to all the videos that I watched and some of these content creators, they say 4 if you can do it. This is what I recommend this too, and I think I'm going to do it. For KVKs, do increased truth health. You get that gathering whiskey, which is 10%. But what I'm really concerned about is the hospital healing speed by 20%. Because on my alt account, I'm just going to send the soldiers out there, my marchers out there to fight. And if I need to fill a flag, that's what I'm going to do. And if they die, they die. I'm not going to kill them all, but I might end up killing quite a few. So the hospital healing speed by 20% and the troop increase by 3% is real good. And I think I might do this for my main account, but I need to get another one of those civilization exchange, because like I said, that one's Germany too. So but whatever you choose, I strongly recommend to do this one. In the beginning, you're gonna want Germany. That new one, Vikings, I hear is real good. You get the counter attack by 3%, but in my opinion, you're free to play. You can't afford a lot of that stuff. You're not gonna be buying, and if you're like me, like I said, you going in here blind. Like I said, I chose Japan. Once you figure it out what you're gonna do, doesn't matter which one you choose. I do recommend Germany or China for the building speed, and you get Sun Tzu. Some guys, I'll see a lot of guys with Arabia, which is great. You get increased, that's cavalry. Also, you get 10% for barbarians and neutral units. You might want to do that later, like in the middle of KVK and stuff like that. This one's also good for rallied armies and by damage dealt by rallied armies by 5%. So, and I might actually have to change to this one on my main, because that will be good for doing rallies and stuff. And I'm going to be a rally lead, garrison lead. So I'm more likely going to be switching to get the 5% for this one on my main, once I get that figured out. Once I get my YSS maxed out and expertise, and I get Zenobia maxed out. Not so much expertise, that will come later, but I want to get her to 60 because she'll be primary. So I digress. Let me go back. But like I was saying, I would choose Germany for sure. Germany, China, or Arabia. Viking, not bad for the counterattack damage. But you do need to choose what you want to be. Most guys, when I started playing, were doing calves. They're either calves or infantry. On this account, I'm like half and half. So let's go to my troop. So I have 375,000 infantry. I have 405 cavalry, and I have 358. And I do have a lot of sieges, so I do need to kill off some of my sieges. But anyways, I digress again. So I'm pretty much evened out, but you can see I'm mostly calves on this account too. I am thinking about switching to infantry because my main's all calves, right? So let's see. Okay, let's see if we can get let's see if we can find another Marauder fort and see if we can rally that one. I just won the last one, so let's see if I can find another one real quick while I talk, because you always want to be doing what? You always want to be farming, you always want to be fighting. So you're doing something. You're either gaining experience. So do anybody. So let me tell these guys to join a rally. Join my rally. So, okay. So that was a civilization. Those are the 3. And it doesn't matter what you get. Just end up with at least those 3. Germany, Arabia, or even the Vikings one. And if you're infantry, get one of the infantry ones seated. But I'm not. I'm mostly cav, so I might have to, like I said, might have to switch. If you're doing infantry, you might want to consider England. I think it is. Hold on, let me go back. England, Britain, I should say. Britain. Yep. So let's see. That's longbowmen. This is knights. France is throwing X-Men. These are their special units, berserkers. So yeah, that'd be good one. What's China? I think that's archers. Yep. Okay. But anyways, and then let's go to the commanders. You're a free-to-play player, right? There are 3 commanders that you should be getting, or should be working on at the same time. The first one is Ethelfled. Now, the way you get Ethelfled is through your expedition, right? And you come up here, and you're gonna buy her from up here. Okay, so you're gonna collect the chests, whatever you have here. You're gonna collect it, and then if you have enough? It's 150 coins. Expedition coins. So you get as much as you can. After that, you collect anything from here, and I can't really get anything from here. If I had the 900, I would do the 900. I would spend the 900 for the speed ups. But that's what you do, right? That's where you're gonna get her. And so let's go back. And the other one is, and this was the mistake I did, your YSG. You want your YSG. Expertise all the way. He's good at 5511. You really should continue and to go into his all the way expertise. So let's look at this one. This is Rain of Arrows, damages up to 5 enemies troops in a fan shape. Damage factor 1400 when you get them to 5, which is great. Direct damage factor. Then the other one, if you can get them to 5 as well, troops led by this commander save 10% chance to gain extra 80 rage per each normal attack for the next 3 seconds. That is awesome. So right now he's at 80, and I do rage restore at 80. I plan to get him to 5 on that one. And this is for your garrison, so you can use them for a garrison, for your city or troop garrison or watchtower. So that's what I'm saying. He's pretty good for that too. So eventually you're gonna max him on that. And he's actually good in the beginning. So if you have him, you can use him as a garrison commander as well. And that's another reason why you should get Sun Tzu here, and he'll be the second one I'm going to talk about. Actually, 4 commanders. So you should be thinking about getting. And then troops led by this commander gain 20% increased damage, which is awesome. And then when you expertise them, you get this one, the Arrow Storm. Damages up to 5 enemy troops in a fan shape. Direct factor 40%, which is awesome. So like I said, and Ethelfled, she is good as well. She'll be primary probably in the beginning, but after that, you're gonna want to put her secondary. Like if you do Richard Ethelfled, Bybars Ethelfled, you really don't want her primary, especially in KVK 1 or KVK 2, because I do it now. If I see an Ethelfled primary on the field, I'm gonna attack her. That's the first one you're gonna get rid of. You're gonna get rid of an Ethelfled. So if you see her on the field primary, get her out of the way. Why? Because she's a buffer. She's helping the other troops, right? And this is why she's helping them with damage. Deals damage to 5 troops and forfeits enchantment, which is great. Led by this commander, this is the second one. Led by this commander takes 20 less counterattack damage. Their attacks have 10% of inflict slowdown on the target. Reduces cavalry units march speed 50%, and other marches speed by 30 and 3%. So yeah, so Counterattack damage 20%. Cavalry march speed reduction 50%. Other unit march speed 30%. And I think this is the one. Troops led by this commander deal 35 increased damage to barbarians. This is when you're doing barbarians. So she's good. She's a peacekeeper. So that's what you want to do. Use her as a peacekeeper. She's great. In fact, I use her with my Belisarius Ethelfled. I don't use her as primary. I use her as secondary so I can get the skill. And then you have when Fortress of Mercia, rallied army capacity bonus and attack bonus 20%. That's 10 and 20, so just great. And then her special expertise skill, that's a passive skill, deals 20% increased damage to enemy troops when they are affected by slowdown. So this is another commander you should be working on. Sun Tzu is the other one. You should, if you get him, use him. He's good for garrison or open field. It doesn't matter. He's great in the beginning. You'll see him in KVK2, and you'll probably see him in KVK3. Excuse me. But in KVK3, if you see him primary, he's probably gonna get squished. He'll deal some good damage. But he's not gonna last long. Same thing for Ethelfled. KVK2, KVK3, you'll probably see her out there in the beginning, and more likely they're using her as a second or third march anyways. And you can probably do real great doing Ethelfled and Sun Tzu as a second or third march, and maybe your fourth march. It doesn't matter. You can do mixed troops, but if you do mixed troops, infantry, cavalry, and archers on Ethelfled. But if you do that, she's going to be squishy and they're going to be slow. So be prepared to lose all your troops, and don't try to run away, because when they're mixed, they're not fast. So if you're infantry, you're a little bit faster. But anyways, just to get back to what I was saying before I got into that little tangent there. But like I say, Ethelfled and Sun Tzu is a good pair. But you want to use her as to buff the other troops, And so that's Ethelfled, Sun Tzu. Another commander that you want to think about getting is your Joan of Arc. She's another one. So actually there'll be 5 commanders. That's 3 right there. I haven't even gone to the other 2 that I wanted to talk about. So you want to get her for sure. So you want to work on her. Divine Revelation, for the next 4 seconds, troops led by this commander and nearby allied troops gain 30% increased health and infantry units. So that would be actually good to do. You could probably pair her up with Ethelfled, right? And use Joan as secondary. A lot. You'll see that in Canyon. You'll see that out in the field. But if you have that pair out on the field, it doesn't matter where you are, KVK1, KVK2, KVK3, KVK4. Very effective during KVK1 for sure, because everybody's new, right? So you have her and Ethelfled. Great march. But once you get into KVK2, still great. Use it as a second or third march out on the field to be support your allies if you're fighting together. But if you're fighting solo with her and 2 other marches, man, this was gonna get hit first. So they're gonna kill this one for sure. So let's go back. This is for increased gathering speed. So yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. I use her with Sarka to go into my pit. So and that's what I use her for. I really don't use her on the field, and if I do, she will be secondary, not primary. And then Holy Refuge. This is a passive skill. Normal attack of troops led by this commander do 10% chance heal portion of slightly wounded units. Healing factor 450, which is great. Triggers every 5 seconds. And then the 4th skill increases normal attack damage of troops led by this commander by 25%, which that's pretty good. And then her expertise skill is Descendant of the Goddess. This is a divine revelation. For the next 2 seconds, troop led by this commander and nearby allied troops gain 30% increased health for infantry units. This is great. 30% for cavalry and 30% for ultra units and 40 additional rage per second. That is awesome. So you definitely want to use this one as a second commander. You definitely want to work on her in the beginning. So just to recap, Ethelfled needed, should be ongoing. This will take a little while to get there, but you know, you can always max her out on skill level. And you got the reset, so you can reset that, you know, so fix that. And I'll show you the reset. Nope, not that one. Hold on, let me go to one of these other ones. Yeah, skills. So you got the reset button, you know, fix that so you won't go over. And you might have one of these so you can reset the skill. Let's bring this button down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so can't be upgraded. So let's go here. So skills. So yeah, see, you got this. So you want to fix this, and this should be here. This should be 5. So you know what? Let's fix this one. So let's save that. Confirm. Let's see if I have any. Nope, I don't have any. So let's put that there. But anyways, you know, work on it. There we go. So yeah. All right. Anyways, so let's go back. So Ethelfled for sure. Ethelfled for sure. Work on her. Get Sun Tzu. You can get him with gold keys too, and we'll go over that real quick. And then you know you want your Joan. If you get Martel, you want a Martel. He is good. He's awesome on the wall. He's awesome in the field. Mine is 5311. I wish I had him at 5555. But he's actually real good. This is one of the guys that you can get with gold keys. Do not spin your heads on him. Right? So he's awesome on garrison. You want him on your wall. So, and you want to max out the third skill. That's for the wall. For the watchtower defense and garrison attack. So he's great. He's awesome for if you're new to the game. He's good for garrison commander as well. Like I said, you want him on your watchtower, protect your city. So that's what you want. He's infantry. So let's go over his skills real quick. So led by this commander, this is an active skill. Troops led by the commander deal 30% increased damage for 4 seconds, gains shield for 4 seconds, which is absorbed a large amount of damage, which is awesome. Factor 1200 and damage bonus 3%. Then you know you're gonna want to max this out. He's heavy infantry. This is a passive skill. So infantry units led by this commander gain 9% increased defense and increased health. His defense bonus at the moment, you can get up to, when it hits max, 15%, and infantry health bonus 15%. I have him at 9. That's pretty decent, so don't give me hell on this, all right, on the comments. So I know he needs to be maxed out. I know this. And then you really want this as well as a watchtower for your garrison. While this commander is leading the garrison of your own city, garrison troops gain 2% attack bonus, which is also watchtower gain 2% increased defense. So when you max this out, you'll get 10%, and garrison is 10% as well. So I really need to work on him. You get your counter attack bonus. You get up to 30% when led by this commander, which is great. He gets 10 right now, which is, you know, that's not bad. You know, get some fruits from his labor while he's out there. And then when you have him maxed out, This is the skill that you will get. You get the rise from the ashes. Heavy infantry. Infantry will led by this commander gain 15% increased defense and 15% increased health, which is awesome. And 20% increased defense and 20 degrees health. Yep. And 20 degrees march speed when you expertise this commander. This is awesome. But don't spend your gold heads on this commander. You will get them through gold keys. Just have patience. It will take time. So as you can see, I'm going into, if I was in my home kingdom, I would have just had done KVK4. They're finished up on KVK4 right now. And look where I'm at. So it does take time. If you get them, use them. Don't spend his gold heads. Don't waste your gold heads on him. Spend your gold keys on him. So that's what you want to do. You want to get gold keys. So that's another commander that you want for sure. And another commander you're gonna want is in the beginning. Let's see who else. So who was the other commander? You do want your Richard. I would go for Richard. He's awesome in the beginning. And I wish I had him when I first started. I missed his wheel. I should have gotten him. This is one of my regrets. I should have gotten Richard because if I had him back when I first started and really worked on him and farmed gems to get so I can get him on the wheel, you know, he probably would be 555, at least 55551, or totally maxed out. He does loses value later. I mean, he's still good. Don't get me wrong. You can use him in KVK1. KVK4, KVK3. He's still good. He will still be used, but his value, because when you get to KVK3 and KVK4, by then, you know, you're working on you got your Guan. You'll be seeing Guan a lot out on the field. You're gonna see your Alex definitely out on the field. You know, if you're Cav, you'll see Saladin. You'll see, what's the other one? You also see where is he at? I know I have him here. Do I have him here on this account? Yeah, you see, you'll have your Genghis Khan. So, and these are your legendary. You might have your Constantine out there. So, you know, these are a little bit better than your Richard. Don't get me wrong. You'll still see a lot of Richard out there. But if you're doing KVK3 and KVK4 with a Richard as your primary, Godspeed. He's still good. You'll still get some value, but you could do better with your Alex and your Guans. And it also depends on your gear that you're gonna have. And you know, I don't have no gear. I'm not gonna be spending any gear on him because I don't use them, and I should. But then again, this is my alt account, so I'm not really concentrated. So I pretty much gave up on him. So, you know, yeah. And see, you know, I want him. He's actually real good. I'm looking forward to the game, so I just need 2 more heads for him. So I digress. So let's go back to Richard. Let's go back to my Richard. So he's good. Let's go over his talents. And if you do get him, he's good at 5-1-1-1-1. So he's still good. So his first skill, Soul of the Crusader, it's an active skill. Heals portions of slightly wounded units led by this commander. Healing factor 1400. Awesome. Debuffs 5 enemy troops in a fan-shaped area. Great. He's a debuffer. You know, like I said, you can use him as secondary. You know, Alex primary, Richard secondary, so you can debuff. So, you know, if you're gonna use them, don't use them as primary, because eventually he's gonna get attacked. If not first, he'll be the second one to get attacked all your marches. You know, so say you got your Ethelfled out there in one march, and you got your Richard as your second march. They'll hit Ethelfled first, then they'll hit Richard. I'm just letting you know. Unless you got your Khan out there, eventually your Khan's going to get hit too. But anyways, so that's the first skill. Let's look at the second skill. This is a passive skill, Chivalry. Led by this commander, gain 4% increased counterattack damage and take 5% less damage. This is awesome. So he's 1 for me. So yeah, I'm only getting the first one. But the maxed out, it's 15% and 10%, which is good. This is also good. The Lionheart is a passive skill. Infantry units led by this commander gain 5% attack and 5% increase in defense. And you're gonna want this one. This is actually pretty good. So, like I said, he's good at 5111. He's very much usable. If you can get him to 5511, even better. But if you can get him to 5551, that's awesome. You're doing great. You don't actually need to max them all the way. You can leave them here. If you're free to play, you can do 511, 5511, or 5551. Either way, he's good. So, how you doing? And let's look at the second skill. It's a battle hardened. It's a passive skill. So led by this commander, receive 10% increased healing effect and take 10% less damage from the watchtower. So this is great too. So if you're going to be a garrison commander, you can use this. Actually, I use him on my main account as primary on my wall during Shadow Legion. He is very good. So him and Ethelfled do awesome on doing Shadow Legion. So you might want to consider doing that. And I think on him, let's see, on my main, I think I have him at 5511. If he's not 5511, he's 5311. He's one of the two. I would like to go back, but I'm not going to. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I won that one. Okay, so that's who I recommend in the beginning. Ethelfled, Sun Tzu, Joan of Arc, YSG. Get your Richard. In the beginning, if you get Scipio is great. He's good he's a good tank in the beginning. He's good for KVK1, KVK2, but he starts losing value. You'll still see him in Canyon. And you know what? Let's show you my Canyon lineup. So let's do one. So let's see. Who am I going to do? We'll do this one. And you'll see in my Canyon, I had Ethelfled, Sun Tzu, Scipio, I got my Alex, I have my Kusunoki and my YSG, let me see, my Mia and Osman, and then I have my Belisarius, and who's this? This is, my Mulan. So let's see how we do. See, on the other side, they're using Joan of Arc. Look, they have Ethelfled and Charles Martel. Oh, let's see, they won. I should have moved that around. So let's battle them again. So let's go here. Yeah, let's leave that like that. So let's do that. You know what? Let's get my Charles out of the way. Do we win? Nope. So I need to work on that. I'll probably need to change up the order. Let's do one more. We should win this one. Yep. Okay. That'll work. But that's what I recommend. And like I said, when you are new to the game, you work with what you have. It doesn't matter which commanders you have. If you have your Kusunoki, great, or you have your Scipio, great. Polaris is good. Pelagius, is good. Baibars and Osman, I didn't use them in the beginning. Didn't really care for them. I mostly stuck with Kusunoki. I had Mia. Who else did I have? I had my son. Had Ethelfled. I really didn't use these guys. And I just use, like I said, what I have. So when you're free to play, you just use what you have, and you work with them. I see some of these guys that have their, on your wall. And once I figured out what I needed on my wall, let's look at my wall real quick. And all my accounts are pretty much like this. Let's see who I have. Let's see, I have Martel and Sun Tzu, and I keep them on my wall. I mostly do Sun Tzu primary, and I use Pelagus secondary. But I got Martel at 50, so he's primary, and I'm using my Sun Tzu as secondary. And his tree, my son's tree, is, this is the tree that I have on my Sun Tzu, which is great. Chisco doesn't have it on the tech troops or the anti-mine walls or the city garrison or defense. I think he just uses impregnable all hill troops. This one, empty stratagem, fortress stratagem, attack all troops, impenetrable fortifications, defense all troops, and nowhere to run, and then everything on this side, and then everything on that side up to this one. Hold the line. You're gonna want that. You definitely want to get rejuvenate. You could come all the way up here and get clarity. You are gonna have to put some troops points in march speed, which is kind of redundant because he's city garrison. You're not really gonna use this, so it's kind of a little bit of a waste. But you can go all the way here to increase skill damage by 2 for the next 6 seconds. So, and then you can do fertile nature, normal text. Have 10% chance to grant additional 20% range, which, to think about it, something I should probably think about doing, and I might go ahead and suffer 2 points so I can get these two over on this side and less here and keep everything normal up there. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. So you know what, skills, not skills, let's go back to talents. Do I have a reset? Yep, I can do it for reset. So let's see. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. So let's redo this. So we're gonna go here. Awesome. Go here. Yes. Go here. Yes. Go here. And we're gonna go here. So let's see this. Got 6 points. Yes. 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 Also might have one more point. There we go. So this is what it should look like. I could have put more here, but one's enough. We should do a lot better there. So this is pretty much how it should go. Yep. Now I could have just left one here and left one here, and, and got one here and put the other one here, but that's okay. I like this one, so we'll just leave it there. We should do good. You could shave off a little points here and maybe a little points here and get enhance the skill damage by 2 and increases rage. So could have done that too, but this is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, so that's what you should do. Talked about that. Talk about commanders. You're new. Do as many barbs as you can. You're gonna want to do forts with any of those commanders will be awesome in the beginning, but then round it out. Don't spend too much on those. Some of the commanders that you'll end up getting that I wouldn't spend. So let's put this in order. Do 5-1-1 if you get this one. Caesar, he's gonna lose value after KVK1. Really, be surprised if you use them beyond after that. Use them in Canyon mostly. Cow. You should, if you get him, you should be using him. I don't like him for whatever reason. I just don't like using him. I don't use him. I never used him. So, but he's good for peacekeeping. So, and he's great for mobility, just like your Belisarius. I like Belisarius there, but he's not a legendary commander. So where's my Belisarius? So this is who I use. He has mobility. He's fastest. He's actually good for Arc of Osiris. You know, get that mobility in there. You know, this is what you're gonna want. Let's see. That's my peacekeeping one. This is what you're gonna want. This is the tree you want for when you if you're gonna use Belisarius. This is what you're gonna want. So yeah, that's awesome. And another underused is Herman with El Cid. Where's your my El Cid? Those two guys are also good. So if you have them, you could use them. Don't spin your heads on him, because I think he's. Let's look at the tavern. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay. Let's go to the tavern real quick. Where's it at? Okay. And let's look. Go keys. Let's do go keys. Go keys. Go keys. Go keys. Go keys. Go chest. See? Caesar. Freddy. Cal. Martel. El Cid. So don't waste your go heads on these guys. These are the ones. These are the guys you're gonna get from your go keys. You know. And then for your silver keys, this is so you can see you're gonna get your Sun Tzu. Here's your Herman, Kusunoki, Scipio, Joan of Arc, and Jun Moondock. He's actually pretty good. Underutilized Pelagius, Belisarius, Bybars, Osman, Matilda, and Bjorn. So yep, that's how you're gonna get those. So don't waste your go keys, your go heads on these commanders that you can get through go keys. That's a big no-no. So just have patience. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and please like and subscribe. Appreciate it. I'm a new content creator, so I really appreciate all the support you can give me. Thank you.